Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually going to be a really short one. You will probably see the change of scenery of back to my old apartment. This video was actually filmed um, a few months ago. It's going to be maybe a year that I filmed it, but part of this video came out of part 3 of my educational journey. If you haven't watched that, I will link it in the description box below. But this video today is really short and it's just me sort of describing the journey of me about to present my undergraduate thesis. I actually have that filmed as well, so I'll also link that in the description box below. But basically the backstory of my undergraduate thesis and how I was preparing for it and how I was preparing to present it to the symposium, and I just have sort of a very funny story with it. So I hope you enjoy. Please make sure that you like this video and that you are subscribed to my channel, where I had to present my undergrad thesis at a symposium at USF Sarasota. And I didn't have to, but Dr. McBrien wanted me to. And I remember I was just like, I remember I didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm not ready. My research is not done. Like, it's not clean. It's not finished. And I remember I went to Dr. Perry. This is probably the worst thing I did. I went to Dr. Perry. I went to his office and I talked to him. I was like, Dr. McBrien, she wants me to, present my undergrad thesis. And I don't want to. Like, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not ready. And Dr. Perry looked at me straight in the eyes. He looked at me like right through my soul. And he looked at me and was like, you are going to present this and you are going to win. And I was just like, okay, I guess, I don't have a choice now. So I remember I had to present my undergrad thesis. I had to do a particular slideshow. I had to hit these key points of what the presentation should be like. I can upload that later. It was like scary. Going back to it, it was scary. I remember I had prepared for it and everything, but I remember I went up there, I spoke, and speaking about your research is fine. But afterwards, people want to ask you questions, and then you don't know what questions they're going to ask you. And I remember Dr. McBrien and I had sat down in her office one day before I had to do the whole presentation, and she made me kind of give the presentation to her as I was clicking through the PowerPoint. And I remember she started to ask me questions, and I remember she asked me these like very negative questions. Not really like questions, but these comments. And she said, look, you're now at a university. Anybody can come to the symposium and throw this comment at you or ask this question about you. Not everybody is for immigrants. Some people are not. So you need to be prepared for what people are going to say to you and throw at you. And I think she said like something about like my parents. I think she said, well, like, because my research was on DACA recipients, and if you think about it, DACA recipients are children that are being brought to the US. So her comment was kind of like, well, if it's not like your fault, like as a children, then it's your parents' fault and they should be deported. She told me that, but like it was in practice, okay? And my response back was like, well, if my parents are deported, I'm gonna make sure that they're living their best life in Argentina. And she just like went back on her chair and she just died. And she was like, that is a great response. That's how you should handle that situation if that were to ever happen to you. So like, she's like, oh, you're ready. She's like, you are ready. I'm not worried about you. So to summarize, okay, the whole, presentation and the symposium, it was like divided into different groups and sections with these other students depending on your research. So because mine is not history, it was more in the social sciences. So I went up against another student who was actually in my honors class. Her name was Anya, and she did some great research on like, I think it was like on adopted children and sex trafficking, and then there was like these two other male students that worked on the research together on fishes. I don't know. And then mine. Okay, so the three of us kind of were like going at it with each other with our presentations. So then they pick, you know, who gets first, second, and third. So I think that I was really worried about that. So I presented, and I think ours were like the last presentations, and then we took a break. And I remember Arminda came, and Arminda and I walked over to her car or something because I just needed some headspace, some break. And then we came back for like the award ceremony. Okay, so coming to the award ceremony, they're announcing who's getting what, and they get to the social sciences, to those presentations. And yeah, I think they announced third, second, and then first. So third place gets announced, and it goes to the two male students. They get third place. So then when second place is about to be announced, it's between me and Anya, the other student. That she and I got along great. So Anya got second. Her name got announced and she got second place. And I remember Anya was in front of me. She turned around and she said to me, "Congratulations," because she knew that I got first place. And I congratulated her, and she went up and she got her award. And then first place gets announced, and then I got first place. And I remember the applause and the shouts that I got, in particular from Dr. Perry, Dr. McBrien, Dr. Pieri, and Dr. Iacovazzi. They were just ecstatic that I won first place. And here it is, my award. I framed it, so this was it. And yeah, I'm super proud of this one. You know, this was a lot of hard work, and it says my name, first place oral presentation in social sciences, and the student showcase for projects, research, and innovation. So wow, and this is in 2019. So this baby, I'm so happy for it.